The best 4K Blu-ray players deliver the ultimate picture, quality for watching movies and TV series at home. Although streaming services are popular, Blu-rays deliver video at a higher bitrate, bringing you more detail and realism. To help you find the perfect model, we've compiled a list of the 5 best 4K Blu-ray players. Be sure to check link in the description below for prices and additional details. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and hit the bell icon for the latest tech updates. Now, without further ado, let's dive in. Number 5. Panasonic DPUB820. The Panasonic DPUB820 is easily the best 4K Blu-ray player on the market for most people. It offers full HDR support, plenty of connectivity options with up to 7.1 channels of analog audio output, Wi-Fi capabilities, including video streaming, and varied playback functionality. And as an added bonus, it comes at a very competitive price. Picture quality on the Panasonic DPUB820 is fantastic, with 4K HDR images looking particularly brilliant. Colors are punchy, textures are sharp and defined, and black tones are accurate. We found during our testing that this was the case across the board, whether it was 4K Blu-ray, standard Blu-ray, and even DVD. In our review, we said its 4K upscaling is effective, giving regular non-4K Blu-ray a whole new level of detail. So for those looking to get that little bit extra out of their Blu-ray picture, the DPUB820 is here to help. Audio is another of the UB820's strengths, with excellent Dolby Atmos reproduction in particular. During testing, we found that even through a mid-range Dolby Atmos soundbar, the room-filling effect we were looking for was still present. The UB820 also boasts different external audio, connections including a dedicated HDMI audio output, and up to 7.1 channels of direct analog audio output for those with a home theater setup. Number 4. Panasonic DPUB154. One of Panasonic's more budget-friendly 4K Blu-ray players, the Panasonic DPUB154 gives you real value for money. It may be light on connections, but its picture quality more than makes up for this. As a bonus, it's also very competitively priced, currently sitting around the $169/£159 mark. One thing that we have noticed is that the DPUB154 isn't readily available all the time, so if you find this to be the case, look out for the Panasonic DPUB150, which in terms of specs is virtually the same as the DPUB154. Contrast and natural textures are the UB154's real picture strengths, making any movie thrown at it look great. Its 4K upscaling really brings something new to non-4K discs, bringing extra detail. In our review, we said when viewing Godzilla vs. Kong on 4K that the neon streets of Tokyo were bold, vibrant, and as eye-wateringly garish as I hoped during the climactic fight scene between Godzilla and Kong. Admittedly, it isn't all perfect, as the UB154 has no Dolby Vision, no Wi-Fi, its response times can be on the slow side, and its design is fairly safe, if not a bit boring, but the impressive picture and budget-friendly price really do make this a top choice for people looking for a cheap 4K Blu-ray player. The UB154's real picture strengths, making any movie thrown at it look great. Its 4K upscaling really brings something new to non-4K discs, bringing extra detail. In our review, we said, when viewing Godzilla vs. Kong on 4K, that the neon streets of Tokyo were bold, vibrant, and as eye-wateringly garish as I hoped during the climactic fight scene between Godzilla and Kong. Number 3. Panasonic DPUB9000. The DPUB9000 is Panasonic's flagship 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray player, and it's the model to buy if you have an elite home theater setup and need something that can really push it to the max. It's beautifully made, enviably specified, and unashamedly premium. The heavy metal build and luxe design mean it feels high-end too. It's not just a pretty face. The DPUB9000 was the first UHD deck from Panasonic to support all the key HDR formats vanilla HDR10. its dynamic sibling HDR10+, HALG and Dolby Vision, the Panasonic DPUB900 at the top of our list supports all these formats too though. When we tested the DPUB9000 we were as impressed by its audio as by its image quality. It boasts high-quality DACs, 2-channel and 7.1-channel analog outputs, and high-res audio support, toss in a host of smart features, and the UB9000 ticks nearly every box in our book. Naturally, all of these flagship features don't come cheap, however. For those seeking the best Blu-ray playback around and don't mind about it lacking some audio disc support, look no further. In our review we wrote, "Its picture performance and overall build quality actually make that lofty price tag look like a steal, while cinematic imagery, full HDR compatibility and that powerful HDR optimizer make this player a must-have for video files." The DPUB9000 was the first UHD deck from Panasonic to support all the key HDR formats, vanilla HDR10, its dynamic sibling HDR10+, HLG and Dolby Vision. The Panasonic DPUB820 at the top of our list supports all these formats too though. Number 2. Magnetar UDP800. Magnetar is a relative newcomer to the 4K Blu-ray world, though it's from the same company as Revan, which has made players for a while. And like Revan players, the Magnetar is a seriously premium piece of hardware, weighing in at hefty 8 kilograms, keeping those discs totally stable. Speaking of discs, it not only supports all Blu-ray formats, but is also generous with its audio disc support, including DVD audio and SACD. The UDP800 is not just a powerhouse when it comes to picture, which we said in our review, conveys all the luster and near three-dimensional texture you would hope for, but also when it comes to audio, thanks to the built-in Burr Brown PCM 1795 stereo DAC, 32-bit, 192 kHz, and balanced XLR stereo outputs. When we listened to a recording of The Earth Overture by Kosuke Yamashita, which was in 96 kHz, 24-bit 7.1, we listened to in linear PCM, we said it sounds superb with crystal clarity and hugely dynamic fanfares. It's like sitting amidst the orchestra with SACD and DVD audio playback as well. This really is an excellent option if you're looking to get just as much from the audio side of things as your movies from your 4K Blu-ray player. There are no streaming options here, outside of basic file playback over UPnP from a local server, and even for that, you need a wired connection because there's no Wi-Fi. They're two HDMI outputs, one standard and one audio only, plus stereo analog outputs. Number 1. Sony PlayStation 5 Slim, the Sony PS. 5 Slim is helping to keep 4K Blu-ray technology alive with its dedicated disc drive in the mainline console. At least, while you can buy a slightly cheaper discless version, it's the standard edition console we're interested in here. The PS5 Slim's disc drive can play 4K Blu-rays, which is fitting, since Sony helped to popularize Blu-ray players with the PS3-2 whole console generations ago. As an all-round media center, the PS5 isn't quite as advanced as the Xbox Series X, largely because it doesn't support Dolby Vision HDR over streaming. However, both consoles can pass Dolby Atmos and DTS:X soundtracks through to your TV with some minor tinkering in the settings, and neither console supports Dolby Vision HDR or HDR10+ from Blu-rays, so actually the PS5 isn't at any disadvantage for discs compared to the Xbox. Where it does have an advantage though is picture quality. In our tests, done on the original PS5 model rather than the Slim, but both have the same tech inside, we found that the PS5's image is cleaner and shaper for native 4K than the Xbox, and it upscales HD Blu-rays with more natural results. So we think of the two consoles, the Sony is the better Blu-ray player. We explain more in our dedicated guide to whether the PS5 is a good Blu-ray player. Just make sure you buy the version that actually plays discs. Below is a link to our review of the original PS5 console, which carries the same capabilities as the PS5 Slim, just in a bulkier body.